Hi, everyone. This is Sally's Book Talk. Tune in daily for great books. We've got all the global bestsellers covered for you. Hello, listeners. I'm Shuji from Philosophy 101. It's such a pleasure to be back, sharing wonderful books with you all. Today I'm recommending a philosophy book called The Consolations of Philosophy by British author Elaine de Botton. Before diving into the book, let me ask you, what comes to mind when you hear philosophy? Does philosophy actually relate to our daily lives? Many might think philosophy isn't relevant to them. It seems too abstract and difficult to understand. Why bother with brain-burning philosophy when we could just enjoy the present? This mindset is natural. We instinctively pursue happiness while avoiding complex, painful questions. We'd rather savor gourmet food, beach vacations, smart fun facts, luxury cars, romantic nights. Who wants gloomy asceticism? Naturally, we avoid contemplating life's heavy, ultimate questions in this state. But life has two sides. Happiness and misfortune always coexist. Good times and bad are inseparable twins. We can't escape life's uncertainties. What if your orderly life suddenly collapses into chaos? When facing aging, illness, death of loved ones, bankruptcy, financial ruin, when ostracized by colleagues and friends, when mocked for imperfections, betrayed by lovers, losing faith in love and trust. You might walk through glittering streets with a cold, lonely heart. So you turn your focus inward, start exploring your inner self and contemplating deeper questions. Where did things actually go wrong? Why am I feeling so anxious and restless? Why does life have to be this tough? Where's this road of life actually leading? Many people face such situations. It's an inevitable part of personal growth. When you start this self-reflection and examine your relationships, you're already doing philosophy. Philosophy is an abstract theorizing. It's rooted in daily life experiences. Philosophical thinking grows from life itself, though many haven't discovered how to access it. Without finding philosophy's key, you can't experience its dodge power. How can ordinary people unlock philosophy's door? The Consolations of Philosophy serves as that perfect key. This isn't some stuffy academic text. It tackles 6 real-life struggles through philosophers' eyes: social rejection, poverty, failure, imperfection, heartbreak, and hardship. Discover how Socrates, Epicurus, Seneca, Montaigne, Schopenhauer, and Nietzsche tackled life's big problems. How did these philosophers handle universal human struggles? Philosophy is wisdom study, but how does it actually help our daily lives? How does it comfort our souls? The Consolations of Philosophy answers these questions in plain language anyone can understand. Through vivid storytelling, de Botton brings great philosophers to life, showing philosophy's practical magic. It gives fresh perspectives for handling daily challenges. Now, let's unpack the book's 6 major life challenges and their philosophical solutions. Discover how philosophy provides solace for life's toughest trials. First, let's discuss the first consolation solace for social nonconformity, going against the grain. This happens when our personal values clash with mainstream societal values. You refuse to conform to popular beliefs, choosing instead to follow your inner moral compass.
Such conflicts naturally create emotional distress.
De Botton uses Socrates' story to illustrate this dilemma. What kind of social conflict did Socrates face? How did he handle it? Socrates' signature method was relentless questioning, using dialectic conversations as intellectual midwifery to help others discover truth. Though well-intentioned, his approach often made people contradict their original beliefs. Over time, this method embarrassed many powerful figures. Socrates' nonconformity escalated when he questioned Athenian democracy's foundations. He provocatively asked, "What makes an ideal state?"
"Mocking the system," he declared. "Nothing's more absurd than democracy controlled by impulsive masses. A government of quarreling fools is ridiculous. Hastily electing or executing generals, pure madness." These criticisms enraged Athens' democratic rulers.
In 399 BC, Socrates was sentenced to death by Athenian democracy. Socrates never expected his integrity would cost his life.
Yet his calm acceptance of death commands respect-refusing escape, embracing fate with dignity. His final defense: "As long as I breathe, I'll never stop practicing philosophy and teaching truth. Whether you acquit me or not, I won't change my ways." Socrates chose death 100 times over rather than betray truth and justice through his actions. In his final moments, Socrates calmly drank the hemlock in prison, facing death with composure. His transcendental attitude demonstrated unyielding commitment to his beliefs. As de Botton noted, Socrates preferred challenging popular opinion to compromising principles. He never retracted his ideas under social pressure. His confidence stemmed not from impulsiveness, but deep philosophical conviction. Socrates' serenity came from his insatiable pursuit of truth. Rational confidence made him transcend mortality and societal prejudice. This courage to confront reality shaped his philosophy's just power.
When facing conflicting views or societal pressure, do we compromise for convenience? Silence our true voice from fear. Do we lose ourselves trying to please others?
This is Socrates' legacy. Philosophy's enduring challenge to self-reflection. Now to our second consolation, solace, for financial insufficiency. De Botton references Epicurus's philosophy. Simply put, being broke. Ever feel this financial anxiety in your life?
That constant sense of never having enough given when comfortable. We keep chasing more money and stuff.
Let's examine the philosophy behind this. What do we ultimately gain from material pursuits? Bigger purchases, fancier meals, larger homes. What drives these endless desires? Our natural instinct to seek pleasure and avoid pain, but when does it become counterproductive?
If pleasure seeking is insatiable, are we just prisoners of materialism? Sometimes material success still leaves us feeling empty.
So we discover our confusion about lacking money.
The confusion about poverty itself actually reflects our confusion about happiness. How do we truly find joy?
Epicurus provided his own reflections on this matter. Epicurus's greatest contribution was his philosophy of hedonism. Many mistake his teachings for wild indulgence, but that's not the case. He advocated simple, living, moderate pleasures, rooted in virtue, not sensual excess. This approach helps eliminate distractions to find true contentment.
We often fail to find happiness because we're using wrong methods. Wrong approaches lead us further from genuine joy. Why do wealth and physical pleasures still leave us unfulfilled? Why don't shopping sprees bring real satisfaction?
The answers lie in philosophical understanding. Philosophers help decode our confusing desires to avoid misguided pursuits. Only through philosophical self-reflection can we find true happiness. So what's the right path? Epicurus says, eliminate material greed, reduce desires, embrace simple joys. Find happiness in friendship, free thought, playing with kids, sunny days, fresh bread life's simple treasures.
Our endless wealth pursuit comes from inflated desires, missing what truly matters.
Why does someone desperately want a car? What's the real purpose? Perhaps seeking freedom, the true desire behind material wants. When buying aperitif wine, what one really craves might be companionship. Epicurus revealed material pursuits ultimately serve spiritual fulfillment. Why not directly cultivate spiritual joy through daily moments instead of material detours? Epicurus, happiness, checklist. Friendship, freedom, philosophical thought. Surprisingly simple, yet profound true happiness often lies in basics. Happiness might be simple, but modern life complicates it unnecessarily. The real obstacles to joy aren't financial Epicuruses, timeless wisdom for modern minimalism. Now to our third consolation, solace for life's setbacks. De Botton introduces Stoic philosopher, Seneca's insights on adversity. Life's journey guarantees. Stumble. So how do you handle setbacks? Seneca, author of On the Shortness of Life, explored enduring life's storms. As Nero's tutor and advisor, Seneca practiced Stoic principles amidst political chaos. Stoicism advocates calm rationality, like Marcus Aurelius' Meditations on Impermanence.
How to mitigate anxiety, face fears philosophically.
Stoic wisdom teaches us to reframe setbacks through rational examination. Seneca's life embodied Stoic ideals, maintaining composure despite political dangers.
Emperor Nero was a notorious tyrant, murdering his own mother and eventually his mentor.
In 65 AD, Seneca received Nero's death order at a countryside villa near Rome. Friends and family erupted in panic and grief upon hearing the verdict.
Seneca remained composed, having anticipated this outcome. He calmly slit his wrists while comforting weeping companions. "Where's your philosophy?" he challenged them. are years of practicing equanimity. Thus, Seneca met death with stoic dignity, refusing to collapse emotionally. His composure amidst catastrophe revealed profound philosophical conditioning. This resilience stemmed from lifelong philosophical practice through numerous adversities. De Bouton discusses Seneca's premeditatio malorum, anticipating life's frustrations. Anger management. Seneca taught that rage comes from unrealistic expectations. Daily irritations, like traffic jams or lost keys, test our stoic resolve. Seneca's writings address shock, injustice, and mockery with philosophical solutions. True resilience comes from deep understanding of life's inherent chaos. Seneca found solace in nature's patterns. Winter brings cold we endure. Summer returns with heat we sweat. Epidemics, come we, fall ill. His ultimate wisdom, accept life's unchangeable rhythms with grace. We align our souls with nature's laws, accepting what cannot be changed with grace. Seneca taught, what can't be cured must be endured, even life and death. Natural phenomena remind us to accept unchangeable truths with stoic calm. Daily troubles pale compared to existential challenges. Perspective is key. Now to our fourth consolation, solace for perceived imperfections. Michel de Montaigne's essays explore human flaws with Renaissance insight.
Imperfections like perceived, intellectual, physical shortcomings haunt us all.
Montaigne analyzed three flaws: sexual, cultural, intellectual. Bodily, flaws, odors, flatulence, sexual awkwardness stem from societal shame. Why feel ashamed? Society avoids honest discussion of basic human functions. Elite culture pretends refined people don't fart or have sexual needs. Montaigne urged normalizing natural bodily processes as universal human traits. The real flaw, society's arbitrary division into normal vs. abnormal.
We create anxiety by judging everything through binary acceptance, rejection.
Montaigne's solution: recognize all human experiences as variations of normalcy. Many flaws are social constructs rather than inherent defects. Calling someone clumsy reflects our bias, valuing intelligence over other traits. What society deems foolishness might carry its own wisdom. True friendship comforts imperfections through non-judgmental sharing.
Now to fifth consolation, solace for heartbreak through Schopenhauer's philosophy.
Schopenhauer pioneered irrationalism against Hegel's rationalist dominance.
His famous axiom, life swings between pain and boredom like a pendulum. In the world as will and representation, will life striving force causes endless suffering? Desire unfulfilled brings pain. Satisfaction breeds boredom.
Schopenhauer's solution: transcend will through art or aesthetic. Self-denial. Finally, sixth consolation: Nietzsche's embrace of adversity through Bermant's ideals. While Schopenhauer surrendered, Nietzsche's Dionysian spirit declared, God is dead. Nietzsche believed, pretending indifference to desires is Christian hypocrisy, he urged, confronting challenges with life's passion. Peep fate in what you yearn for, even if unattainable now or forever. Nietzsche's philosophy empowers us to never abandon hopes or retreat from hardships. Though lonely, Nietzsche's solitude forged extraordinary intellectual strength. He embodied his philosophy through passionate engagement with life's struggles. Love life fiercely. Face thorns and swamps with courage, as Nietzsche taught. This isn't shallow optimism, but wisdom forged through existential contemplation. Nietzsche's powerful quote, "Every day without dancing is treason against life." He danced wildly through life, honoring its singular preciousness. 6 philosophers in the Consolations of Philosophy address life's trials. Socrates, Epicurus, Seneca, Montaigne, Schopenhauer, Nietzsche. Each philosopher offers unique perspectives, yet all connect philosophy to lived experience. Philosophy ultimately concerns daily life, not abstract theories. Philosophy comforts souls through practical wisdom about existence. Studying philosophy unlocks new perspectives for understanding reality. Philosophical thinking illuminates art, politics, and economics profoundly. May the consolations of philosophy open your gateway to wisdom. Of course, history boasts far more than these 6 great thinkers. Closing with 10 Western philosophical quotes. Socrates. The unexamined life is not worth living. Plato. Philosophy is training for death. Aristotle. Plato is dear to me, but dearer still is truth. Epicurus. Death is nothing to us. Descartes. I think, therefore I am. Kant. 2 things fill the mind with awe: the starry heavens above and the moral law within. Hegel. What is rational is actual, and what is actual is rational. Wittgenstein. Whereof one cannot speak, thereof one must be silent. Heidegger. A flower's beauty lies in its having once withered.
Sartre, hell is other people.
Saluting these great philosophers, to philosophy, to life itself. That's our program today. Begin your philosophy journey with Philosophy 101. I'm Shuji. Thanks for listening. Goodbye. That concludes our book discussion. Find keynotes below. See you tomorrow.